Good morning. Welcome back to Bible and Blues, and it is Friday. Yay! So, it's the day we work all week long to get to, right? Um, so it's had really surprisingly large for me number of views on the one I did on Wednesday. Now we talked about Covfefe. Okay, now I called it Covfefe. The internet has decided it is Covfefe. So from here on out, we will pronounce it Covfefe. Okay? So get your coffee going because it's 5:56 in the morning. We're talking about Covfefe. What better subject to talk about than Covfefe? So, we've decided, it's just basic typo, right? And but the internet had to go crazy over it, of course, because that's what the internet does. The internet had lots of fun with it. However, uh, you can't help but notice if you go into and pull it up on Google, and Google, you get top stories with CNN covering it, the New York Times covering it, The Hill has a story on it, Washington Post has a story on it. Who else? PolitiFact has even done a thing on Covfefe. So what the heck is up with Covfefe? What is up with this? Why? To me, honestly, to me, this is just an example of Trump Derangement Syndrome. All right, this is the insanity involved in. Oh wait, The Atlantic did a story on it. MSNBC, of course, had to do one. The Nation, ABC News. Okay, they're just adding fuel to the fire of this thing. But what I'm saying is the concept of Trump Derangement Syndrome is that um, these people they can't they so closely analyze everything he does. Now they're doing this to a certain extent to everybody, but I'll tell you right now. I don't remember the past 8 years people doing this to President Obama. Fox News, I'll give you that. Fox News did a fair amount of it, but nowhere near to this depth, I swear. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Comment down below if you think Fox News covered Obama the same way everybody else is covering, President Trump at this point. So, question for you right there. Okay, so a little bit later, we're going to be reading Psalm 114, because that's what my channel is all about. It's about the Bible. But I kind of want to talk about this whole thing. First off, I can't believe my little channel is getting this much attention right now, based on the concept of just a word, and because the word has taken over the internet. How long is it going to last? I haven't a clue. But let's just talk about the concept of Covfefe. Where did the actual word come from? Simple typo, right? So what he was saying was, despite the constant press, Covfefe. What is Covfefe? Well, it's pretty obvious actually. He was going for the word coverage. So let's see what those look like right here. You have Covfefe and coverage. Okay, so very. It's why did he leave it up though? Why did he do that? He was tired. He went to bed. He got tired of it. I'll bet you Melania ripped the phone out of his hands and distracted him for the rest of the night, saying, "Stop tweeting. You got me in bed." Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if that was actually the case. So that's kind of where it's at as far as I'm concerned. So why do people have to? Why is this kind of coverage happening with Donald Trump? I don't really get it. I understand if you don't like the guy, that's fine. You don't have to. You can criticize his every political move, every policy he makes. You want to criticize it and dissect it and check it out. Cool. That's actually what you're supposed to do for the last 8 years that you didn't do. Instead of just giving him praise and talking about how wonderful he is and putting him on the cover of Time magazine with a halo over his head. You were supposed to treat him like this. And if you had, I think the Obama presidency might have had a different point of view. But no, this is just what you do with this is the extreme of what you do with Republicans as media. So thankfully we have an alternative media today. I am not necessarily a part of it, but I am talking about this for a little bit today. So so this is what I consider Trump Derangement Syndrome. People who just, I mean, I hear it in my office too. In my office yesterday, two guys, neither one of them like Donald Trump. Fine, I fully accept that. Not a huge fan myself, but you betcha they had to get together and talk about the latest couple of things. But Covfefe didn't come up, which is kind of surprising. I think I'm going to bring Covfefe up today. So I'll let you know what happens with that. So if you, this is such a non-story, and yet it's garnering so much attention. And so I'm surprising. Has anybody done? Let's do this. Let's check Covfefe Russian. So Covfefe Russian. Let me see here. We cracked the code. The Paste magazine. Yeah. The internet will define that for you. According to Google Translate, Covfefe means Soviets in Russian, according to the Daily Kos. So Google took that. Probably as a joke. They do actually have a sense of humor there. A Russian company does seek to trademark Trumpism, Covfefe, trademarking that word. Hillary Clinton cracked a joke that she's got problems. Yeah. So I was actually surprised there's not a more serious connection being made between Covfefe and Russia, because I mean, look at how far down. Does anybody have any proof of a real Russian collusion, or is it still just a whole lot of conjecture? As far as I can see, this is vaporware. So if you know of any real proof that's not just hearsay and conjecture, or I see smoke here, so there must be fire. There's no smoke. I haven't seen any actual smoke. All I've seen is the media going nuts over every little thing. Whether it's smart or not doesn't matter. So, just a thought. So, anyway, without further ado, we're actually here to read the Bible. If you came here for my commentary, commentary is about over. So for today's reading, it is Psalm 114. Psalm 114 is I did a little tiny bit of research because it's a really short one, and it talks about this is one that talks about the Israelites when they were fleeing Egypt, and how God protected them. So Psalm 114: When Israel came out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of foreign tongue, Judah became God's sanctuary, Israel his dominion. The sea looked and fled, the Jordan turned back, the mountains skipped like rams, like the hills like lambs. Why was it, O sea, that you fled? O Jordan, that you turned back? You mountains, that you skipped like rams, you hills like lambs? Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, who turned the rock into a pool, the hard rock into springs of water. Here ends the reading of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this is actually one that is talking about when Israel came out of Egypt and the house of Jacob from a people of foreign tongue. So it talks about when they left Egypt, the people who the foreign tongue being speaking Hebrew, would it be referring to speaking Hebrew, or would it be referring to speaking Egyptian? That's a curious thing. Can you answer that? What language were they talking about? And who turned the rock into a pool, and the hard rock into springs of water. So that's a good one right there. It's giving thanks is giving praise to God for what He did for the Hebrews as they left Egypt. And so tell me what you think about anything we discussed this morning. It was actually I spent more time on the Covfefe than we did on the Bible reading today. But I got so much attention. I was like, I need to readdress it here a little bit because there's a reason for it. And if you look at it, the whole concept is if you see over here you see Covfefe and then coverage. Wow. So, but the internet had to go crazy. So, but that's what the internet does. So, you have a great day. It's 6:07. Do some flash editing here, and I will get this out on the internet. I'd be interested to see how this one performs as compared to that one the other day. That was actually pretty incredible. I saw so many views. I'm pretty sure it's not going to do quite so good. Covfefe should be beginning to cool as a subject. You have a great day. God bless.